Hi guys, welcome. Emma here. Thank you so much for joining my YouTube channel. Today I'm hitting you with a 1 hour long Vinyasa flow class. This is something I would teach probably at one of the many studios I teach at, so it's nothing super crazy, but it is going to be a little bit challenging. It's fun. There's probably a lot of transitions and poses you've seen before. It'll be suitable for all levels, but we do move through a flow a few times, 1 breath per movement. So I'd like you to have a decent understanding of, the basic yoga postures and moving with your breath, ujjayi breathing. Let's go ahead and get started in, let's say, on our backs. Any comfy position on your back. You can sprawl off the mat. You could bring the bottoms of the feet to touch, or you could take more of a knock knee position. So you could try out a few things. I always like to do that, see what kind of feels best in my body today. You can use the process of elimination and then find a comfortable position that feels good and just start to bring some awareness to your surroundings. Notice the pressure of the mat underneath you. Allow that pressure to kind of soften your muscles, soften your body a little bit. Bring a little awareness to the tip of your nose. Really feel your next inhale right there. And feel your exhale there. Then bring some awareness to your throat. Feel your next inhale there. And your next exhale there. Bring some awareness to the chest, around the sternum. Feel your inhale there. And your exhale there. And then bring some awareness to the low belly, beneath the belly button. Feel your next inhale right there. And your exhale there. Start to seal your lips. Find a little contraction in the back of your throat. Ujjayi breathing. As you do this more and more, you might feel the heat build in your face or in your throat, maybe all the way in your core. It'll be pretty audible like an ocean wave. Even in, even out. Next, inhale, full body stretch. Arms overhead, toes point, little arch in your back. Hug your knees into your chest. And draw some circles with the knees. You can either circle the knees away from each other or keep the knees together and go one direction. Depends what feels best to you. And go the other way. Little tuck of your chin so the back of your neck gets longer. And then both knees into your chest. Bring your arms out wide, either like a T or in a cactus shape, depending on how much space you have. You'll bring both knees over to the left and gaze to the right. Now, instead of just kind of softening into the twist, try to squeeze the inner thighs together. You might notice you can twist a little bit more or get more sensation that way. Right shoulder heavy towards the mat. One more breath into that right lung, make it nice and big. And exhale. Slowly knees back through center. Then we'll take knees to the right, gaze left. Again, think of squeezing the knees and the inner thighs towards each other. Allow that to deepen the sensation. Left shoulder heavy. One more breath into that left lung. And exhale. Knees through center. Draw your knees into your chest and then grab behind your hamstrings. Start to rock up and down the length of your spine. Let's say 4, 5, maybe 6 times. And after that last one, take your time. We'll meet in the tabletop. You could cross your ankles or move your feet to one side. Tabletop position, spread your fingers out nice and wide. Look down between your thumbs. And then start to move through a few cat-cows. On your inhale, arch, look up. On your exhale, round. Inhale, arch back. Exhale, round your spine. Find the pace of your breath. Try to find the top of your inhales and the bottom of your exhales before starting that next movement. So allowing your breath to be completely your guide. So not moving on until you find the top or bottom of the breath. This feels good, continue. If you'd like to add in any other movements, maybe some figure eights or hip circles, could roll out the neck and shoulders, flip your wrists, give those a stretch. Any free form, organic movements or shapes that you would like to make, now's a great time for that. Maybe close your eyes, focus a little bit less on how it looks, more on how it feels in your body. If there's any spaces that feel sticky, tight, tense, just pause there, feel the sensation, watch it lessen or disappear. 2 more breaths. All right, we'll meet back in a neutral tabletop position. If you're short on space, you might want to move over to the left side of the mat, like I am. Otherwise, stay exactly where you are. Send your right leg out to the right, toes point forward. And then 3 times, you'll sink your seat back towards your left heel and forward. Sink it back, forward, sink it back, forward. All right, from here, keep your right hand down, take an inhale, stretch your left arm up. Now you'll notice already you feel kind of a strain or a stretch, weird sort of twist. And then you'll thread the left arm through. That should hopefully feel more natural. Left ear, shoulder to the mat, walk your right hand forward. You can stay here or half wrap the right arm behind the back. Try to find your left hip crease. Top of the left ankle, press down. Take a few deep breaths into the left shoulder blade. Enjoy the twist, and we'll be here for 3. 2. 1, release. Plant your right hand down beside your face, press. Inhale, stretch your left arm to the sky, and then bring that left hand back down. Both hands are in a tabletop position, and then we'll inhale, reach both arms out and up. So you're standing with the hips stacked over the left knee, right leg still extended. Right hand will grab your left wrist and lean over to the right. Squeeze your right oblique. And inhale, back up through center. Left hand down outside the left knee. Extend your right arm overhead. Palm face down. Spiral your chest up towards the sky. Stay here, lift your right leg up. Stay here or bend the knee and catch the foot. If you've got that, kick into your hand. Hardest option, gaze up for 3. 2. 1, release the foot if you've got it. Bring it all the way back down to the mat. Sweep both arms forward, back into those tabletop arms, and then send your right leg back behind you. Right toes flexed, lift up from your heel so you can feel the right glute working. And then extend your left arm forward, take a big breath in. On your exhale, draw your elbow into your knee and round your back. Inhale, right leg back, left arm forward. Exhale, squeeze, crunch. 3 more. Start to feel your core warm up. Maybe the right shoulder working. 2, 1, squeeze. Right leg back, left arm forward. Stay here or bend your right knee. Stay here or reach your left hand back for your foot. Kick into your hand. Plug the right shoulder back into the socket, sternum forward. 3. Tiger pose for 2. 1. Gently release right knee, left hand down to the mat. And we'll switch and do that all on the other side. Left leg out to the left, toes point forward. 3 times, take your seat back towards your right heel and forward. Send it back and forward. Last time back and forward. Plant your left hand firmly. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Feel kind of a funky twist. And then thread the right arm through, palm face up, right ear, shoulder all the way down, and walk your left hand forward. Stay here, or half wrap if you took it side 1. Outside edge of the left foot pressing down for 3. Breathe into the right shoulder blade, 2. 1, plant your left hand down beside your face, press. Inhale, unwind your right arm all the way up and back down. Inhale, both arms up, stack your hips over that right knee, left leg stays extended. Left hand grab your right wrist and lean over to the left. Back up through center, right hand will go down outside of your right knee. Extend that left arm up overhead, palm face down. Stay here or lift your left leg up if you did that on side 1. Bending the knee, catching the foot from the outside. If you've got it, think of pressing your spine towards your heart, looking up at the sky for 3, 2. Gently release left foot back down to the mat. Bring both hands down to the top of your mat. And then send your left leg back behind you. Foot flexed, toes point down. Feel stable here and then reach your right arm forward. So I want you to feel stable first and then inhale. Exhale, squeeze, elbow to knee. Inhale, leg back, arm forward. Exhale, crunch. We have 5 total. Inhale. Exhale. Last 2. Last 1. Extend leg back, arm forward. Bend your left knee. Reach back for your foot if you did this on side 1. Spine towards your heart. Chin parallel with the mat. 3. Belly button towards your spine. 2. 1. Gentle release. Left knee, right hand returns to the mat. Tabletop. Hips stack over knees, hands forward, puppy. Hips stay high, forehead to the mat, maybe chin to the mat. I really like the grabbing the top of the mat and think of pulling it forward if that feels all right in your body. Flip the tailbone up towards the sky. Enjoy the stretch through your abdomen for 3, 2. Slide all the way forward onto your belly. 1, Sphinx pose. Shoulders over elbows. Firm your thighs. Feel the kneecaps pick up off the mat. Imagine the toenails glued to the mat. Plug the shoulder blades back. Gentle tuck of your chin. Start to drop your chin towards your chest like you're looking for your belly button. And then tuck your toes. Lift up to a forearm plank. Scoop the tailbone towards the heels. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. You've got it. Find a little doming through the upper back. Strong breath for 5, 4. You're stronger than you think. 3, 2. Slowly lower your hips down to the mat. Untuck your toes. Slide your hands back under your shoulders and roll up to a gentle cobra pose. Find any movement that feels good here. Rocking the hips side to side, gazing right and left. Take about 3 or 4 breaths to start to make your way into downward facing dog. So if you want to move through child's pose or tabletop, find any way that you'd like to eventually make it to your downward facing dog. First one. Start to pedal out the legs, shake out the head, find some movement, or don't, whatever feels better. And then get your good setup from the palms, inner palms pressed down, a little more space between the shoulders and the ears. Externally rotate your arms like the back of the heart is lifting. Squeeze the thigh muscles, drive your heels in the direction of the mat. Let's go ahead and bring the thumbs, actually just kidding. Keep your hands where they are, bring your feet together, and then lift your right leg up. Bend your right knee, stack your right hip on top of your left, and then find some movement, whether that's into the hip joint or the ankle joint. You could also kick your heel towards your seat if that feels good. 3, 2, 1. Switch. Right foot meets left, and then lift your left leg up. Bend the knee, stack the hip, move it around. It might take different movements or same movements as side one to make it feel open and stretched. We'll be here for 3, 2, 1. Left foot comes back down. And then bring your feet wider, thumbs together. Step your right foot outside of your right pinky finger. You can always take a few steps to get there. You're in a lizard pose. Think of pressing the palms through the mat. You can add a little rock forwards and backwards, bending and straightening the right leg, or keeping the right knee bent and just kind of moving high on the left toes. So up to you, finding some movement. And then step your left foot outside of your left pinky finger. Bind your hands behind your back, standing forward fold, bend the knees a decent amount. Flip the tailbone to the sky, soften your jaw, shake your head out. Yes and no. Release your hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Pull the shoulders down your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Look up at your hands. Follow your fingertips to your heart center. Close your eyes. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, reach both arms up. Bring your hands behind your head. Exhale, crunch over to the right. Think about your right elbow going towards your right heel. And hugging the right armpit and the right hip closer to each other. Inhale through center, and then twist to the right. Keep the elbows wide. Try to keep your right hip point pressing forward, so you won't get super far. Feel a stretch through the upper back, a contraction through your abs and obliques. Inhale back through center, and then crunch to the left. Think of left elbow going towards left heel, left hip and left armpit getting closer together. And then inhale back through center and twist to the left. Keep the arms wide. You'll notice your hips want to twist as well, but you're trying to keep your hips square, just twisting from the torso. Inhale through center, release the grip. Bind your hands with the opposite thumb on top. Shoulder blades together, curl back a little more. And then bend your knees a lot, take it all the way down. Soften the back of your neck, your jaw. Focus on your exhale. Release your hands to the mat and inhale, halfway lift. Plant both palms. Step your right foot back so you're in your lizard pose on the left side. And then a few breaths, bend and straighten into the left leg, or just shift your weight forwards and backwards. Just kind of working into the outer left hip. Then go ahead and step your left foot back to meet your right. You're in a high plank. Feel free to adjust your hands or your feet. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, lower halfway and hold. You can always drop the knees here for 3. Firm the triceps. 2, 1. Press yourself back up, high plank, and downward facing dog. That should have been challenging. Take a big breath in. Open mouth, sigh. Then reseal your lips. Ujjayi breathing. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, bear pose. Look forward. Step with your right foot, then your left foot to the top of your mat. Big toes touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, squeeze. Inhale, rise all the way up. Look up at your palms as they press together. And then follow your fingertips to heart center and down by your side, Samastitihi. Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, both arms up, look up. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees if you need. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha. Palm the mat, step back, right foot, left foot, Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra, upward facing dog. Use your exhale, send the hips high, downward facing dog. 5 breaths, in and out your nose. Firm your thighs, lift up from your outer hips. Lengthen the arms, lengthen your waist. Soften the back of your neck. Gaze either between your feet or up towards your belly button. Feel the sensations as you breathe in and breathe out. Next, inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, left foot, right foot, step to the top. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. All the way up. Follow the palms, and then follow your fingertips to your heart center. Back to Samastitihi. And again, inhale, arms up, look up, maybe lean back a bit. Exhale, take it down in a fold. Inhale, head up. Palms down, step back, left foot, right foot, Chaturanga. Finish your exhale. And then inhale, upward facing dog. Finish your inhale and exhale, downward facing dog. Firm palms, firm feet. Inverted V shape, body active, breath active. Some say down dog is a resting posture. I think your body should still be pretty engaged, squeezing the thigh muscles onto the thigh bone, pressing the thigh bones and shin bones back. Using your arm muscles so you're not dumping into the wrists. And breath is active, squeezing your core at the bottom. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward, step or jump to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. All the way up to stand, follow your hands. Follow fingertips, heart center, and Samastitihi. Last one, inhale, reach arms up, maybe lean back. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga. We'll meet back in a downward facing dog. Unclench your jaw. Soften the temples. One more complete breath. Inhale, heels up, knees bend, look forward, step or jump. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. And this time bend your knees, chair pose. Reach both arms up. Sit a little bit lower. Squeeze your inner thighs. Take an inhale, look at your hands. Exhale, right arm back, left arm forward. Send your right hip and right knee a little forward. Squeeze the inner thighs like they're glued together. Active fingers, maybe look back at your right hand. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. Backs of the hands press back. Squeeze your inner thighs like they're glued together. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, fold straight legs. Inhale, halfway lift. And take yourself through a vinyasa, step or jump back. Any of these, you're welcome to skip, modify, or do something else in the place of them, like a push-up, if the vinyasa is not suiting you in your practice today. Find yourself in downward facing dog. Now, a lot of times, in my class, and I'm sure other classes, you'll use an inhale to send one leg back behind you. Now, that's not necessarily wrong. I think we do that a lot to gain momentum. So here we're gonna focus on using a little bit more of our core strength. I've taught this in some of my other classes, and if you still need to inhale and lift the leg up before you step, that is a-okay. So we're gonna inhale, breath, prepare. Exhale, step your right foot up to your right thumb. Spin your left heel down, warrior one, both arms up. Gentle twist over your right thigh. Outside edge of the left foot grounds down. Pretty big bend in your right knee. Tug your right hip crease back. Take an inhale, look up at your hands. Exhale, sweep your arms back, hover your chest. Look at your right big toe, firm your triceps. Bring your hands to heart center. Keep your right knee bent. Drive your left knee to your right calf, Shiva squat. Hug your left heel towards your seat. Little tuck of your chin, your gaze is down at the top of your mat. Your right hand will come down to the mat. Inhale, straighten both legs, open up to the left, half moon. Left hand can extend up or left hand to your hip. Knit your ribs towards your hip. Flex your left toes for 3. Maybe you work to shift your gaze up 2. Start to bend your right knee on 1, big step back, warrior 2. Line your right heel up with your left arch. Melt the shoulders down the spine. Active fingers, gaze over those right fingertips. So strong, you guys. Bend your right knee more. Flip your right palm, reverse warrior. Take another inhale here. Exhale, side angle. Start with your right elbow on your right thigh. And then if you'd like to move on, you can bring your right hand down to the mat or a block. Left arm can reach up or extended Utthita. Outside edge of the left foot, press down, and then think of leaning back over your right thigh. Gaze up under your left armpit or shoulder for 3, 2, shift weight to your left leg, flying monkey, skandasana to the back of your mat. Big bend in your left knee, flex your right toes. Your hands can be at your heart center. You could fly your arms, you could go for a bind, or right peace sign fingers to your big toe and look at your left hand for 3, 2, 1. Pivot to the back of your mat, runner's lunge, square your hips. Keep your right hand down, stretch your left arm up to the sky. Look up at your left hand. Start to roll to the outside edge of your right foot, step back, side plank. Option to come down to your right forearm if you'd like. Gaze down easier, gaze up harder for 3, 2. Left hand down, 1, chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, down dog. Take an inhale, prepare. Exhale, step your left foot to your left thumb. Spin your right heel down, Virabhadrasana 1. Gentle twist over the left thigh, drive your right hip, right shoulder forward. Melt the shoulders down the spine, but keep your fingers active. Inhale, look up. Exhale, arms back. Shoulder blades together, broaden the collarbones. Bring both hands to your heart center. Keep your left knee bent. Drive your right knee to your left calf, Shiva squat. Hug your right heel towards your seat and point those right toes. Left hand down to the mat. Extend both legs. Send your right arm either up to the sky or to your right hip. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Flex your right foot. If you need a little bend in the left knee, go for it. 3. Maybe you work to shift gaze up. 2. Take a big step back. Land in a warrior 2. You can always adjust your feet once you get there. Left knee a little out to the left. Press the knees away from each other. Gaze over your left fingertips and then inhale, reverse your warrior. You're gonna hold it here on your exhale. Take another inhale. And then side angle. Left elbow to the thigh, hand to block or hand to mat. Right arm can stay up or extend it, bicep by the ear. You're peeling your right hip on top of your left, scooping your tailbone towards your right heel for 3. Squeeze your right thigh, 2. 1, take it to Skandasana, flying monkey at the front of your mat. Bend your right knee, flex your left toes. Same arm placement you took on side 1. We'll be here for 3. Stamp your right heel into the mat, 2. 1, pivot to the front of your mat, runner's lunge, right foot forward. Left hand down to the mat, right arm to the sky, twist. Look up at your right hand and then start to roll to the outside edge of your left foot. Step back, side plank. Hips up, squeeze that left oblique. Gaze down or maybe gaze up for 3. Steady breathing, 2. 1, right hand down, plank pose, chaturanga. Inhale up, exhale, down dog. Find stillness, steady breath. We're gonna move through that, 1 breath, 1 movement. As we do a lot of times in my classes, repeating that same sequence. We'll add on a few different variations in that side plank. Ready? Inhale, exhale, step your right foot to your right thumb. Inhale up, warrior 1. Exhale, arms back, hover your chest. Hands heart, shift forward, Shiva squat. Inhale, half moon, maybe you float your right hand. Generous step back, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. 1 breath in side angle. To the back, flying monkey. And pivot, runner's lunge. Right hand down, left arm up. Roll to the outside edge, right foot. Step back, side plank. Maybe floating the leg this time for 3. 2. 1, left hand down, chaturanga. Inhale up, exhale, down dog. Inhale, prepare left side. Exhale, left foot to your left thumb. Inhale, warrior 1. Follow your breath, exhale, arms back. Hands heart, stay low, shift forward, Shiva squat. Open it up, maybe float your left hand, half moon. Big step back, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, 1 breath, side angle. To the front, flying monkey. Pivot, runner's lunge, face the front of your mat. Left hand down, right arm up, twist. Roll to the outer edge of your left foot, step your right foot back. Maybe that leg is floating in your side plank for 3. 2. 1, right hand down, chaturanga. Up dog. And take it back when you're ready, downward facing dog. Whew. Hope you guys are feeling the heat. I sure am. If that's too much for you, go ahead and grab child's pose. Otherwise, we're gonna take it through a third and final time. Same moves. Take it, inhale, prepare. Exhale, step right foot, right thumb. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, arms back. Inhale, Shiva squat. Exhale there. Inhale, open up, half moon. Exhale, step back. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale to the back, flying monkey. Exhale, pivot, runner. Twist, left arm up. Roll to outside edge right foot. Step back, side plank, floating leg, or step your left foot behind you for wild thing. Hips to the sky, right shoulder over right wrist. Look at either hand for 3. Firm your glutes, 2. 1, take it all the way around, Vinyasa. Downward facing dog. One more time on the left, then we'll grab a child's pose. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, take a step. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, arms back. Hands heart, shift forward, Shiva squat. Exhale there. Inhale, half moon, expand. Take your step back, warrior two. Flip your palm and reverse. Exhale, side angle. To the front, flying monkey. Bend your right knee, runner's lunge. And twist. Step it back, side plank on the left, or right foot can step all the way behind, wild thing. Hip points to the sky. 3. Strong left shoulder, 2. 1, right hand down, take it through, Vinyasa. We'll meet this time, child's pose. Seat towards your heels, forehead on the mat. Find your steady breath. If your breath has become choppy or shallow, not good or bad, just notice. See if you can bring some awareness back to those points of the body, like the tip of the nose, the throat, the chest, and the belly. Trying to feel the breath at all of those spaces. All right, few options for our next move. Option 1, stay here resting. Option 2, slide forward, Sphinx pose, gentle back bend. Been here before. Option 3, forearm plank, core strengthener. We've also been here before. Option 4, tiptoe your feet towards your elbows, inversion dolphin pose. Relax the back of your neck if you're doing that. Press your forearms down, lifting sensation through the shoulders. Squeeze the legs like you're in down dog. Try to get the hips stacked over the shoulders. Make space for your head. 3. Wherever you are, holding and breathing for 2. 1. We'll all meet with our knees on the mat, toes untucked. Hands to the low back, set up camel pose, hips forward, lift your back ribs and then curl back. Hands can stay at the low back, or you could drop your hands to your heels. Scoop the tailbone towards the back of the knees, shoulder blades together. Gaze can be up or drop your head back. We'll be here for 3, 2. Inhale brings you back up. Counter pose, cat, hands to the mat, round your back. Try to find your belly button. 1 time, arch and cow. And exhale, downward facing dog. Adjust your feet, adjust your hands if you need. Steady breath, feel strong in your down dog. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, step your right foot to your right thumb. Keep your left heel lifted, rise to a high lunge, crescent warrior. Melt the shoulders, take an inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Right arm back, left arm forward. If that's too much, right hand to your hip. Deeper bend in your right knee. Squeeze your left glute. We'll all bring the right hand to the right hip. Start to curl your left arm up and back. Little back bend. Square the shoulders forward. Straighten your left leg out. Take an inhale. Exhale, left hand, then right hand to the front of your mat. Swing your left leg up behind you for standing split. Fold over your right leg, drop your forehead towards your right shin. Maybe your right hand can grab your right ankle. 3. Squeeze your left glute, point those toes towards the ceiling. 2. 1, step your left foot behind your right so your ankles are crossed and walk your hands over to the right. Bend the knees as much as you need. Relax the back of your neck. Walk your hands back through center. You'll take a step back with your left foot. Turn those toes out towards the left side of the mat. Your inhale will bring you up to a reverse triangle. Right heel in line with your left arch. Lift your right rib away from your hip. High five the space behind you. And then come back through center. Reach your right hand forward and then down for your shin, foot, mat, or block. Left arm reaching up or maybe extended. Outside edge of the left foot, press down. Think of peeling the left hip open on top of the right. Knit the ribs towards the hips. Press the ball of the right foot down. And then bring your left hand to your left hip. Move your right hand forward for half or full moon. So you've done half moon quite a bit. You can go there again. Or if you'd like, bend your left knee. Catch your foot from the outside like we did in that side plank variation in the beginning. You want to keep your knee in line with your hip, so you don't want the knee too much higher. You can flex your foot here, press your spine towards your heart. 3, 2, release the foot if you've got it. Take a step back with your left foot, come up to a star pose, spin your right toes in, reach your arms up, and then exhale, wide-legged folds. Wider stance will make it a little easier. Line your fingertips up with your toe tips. Drop the crown of your head towards the mat and think chaturanga arms. Focus on the exhale, find some length through your waist. Shoulders away from ears. One more breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk towards the top of your mat, pyramid pose. Right toes point forward, shorten your stance. Left toes out 45 degrees. Hands can walk forward or back. Think of dragging the heels towards each other. Gentle twist over the right leg. If you need to bend your right knee, go for it, but try to keep that left leg straight. All right, left hand down, in or outside the foot, mat or block. Right arm will reach to the sky. Revolve triangle. You could also bring your right hand to your lower back to start. Just stack the shoulders, bump the hips a little to the left. Eventually looking up at your right hand for a 3, 2. Move your left fingers forward, keep the twist, revolve half moon. Left leg lift up behind you, foot flex, toes point down. Go ahead and bend your left knee. Reach back for your foot if you'd like, revolve full moon, or stay exactly where you are. Woo! This is a challenging one. I like a little bend in that right knee. Only if you'd like, you can start to reach your left arm forward for revolve dancer. So it's your right hand grabbing your left foot, opposite grip than usual. Little bend in your right knee. 3, 2, 1. We'll meet with the feet together, forward folding. Pedal out the legs if you need. And then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, any exit you'd like. So you could take little handstand hops, you could take crow pose, or you could just step or jump your feet back. Maybe take some push-ups, hold high plank. If you want to take it through a vinyasa, or just press back into a downward facing dog. So lots of options depending on what you'd like, your energy level thus far. Then let's do that all on the left side. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, step your left foot to your left thumb. Come up to a high lunge crescent warrior. Both arms up, shoulders squared, hips squared. Take a breath in. On your exhale, twist to the left. Again, if that's too much on the shoulder, you can bring your left hand to your left hip. Still try to shift your gaze back and straighten out that right leg. Well, bring the left hand to the left hip. Reach the right arm up and back. Square the shoulders forward. Little back bend. Take an inhale. Exhale, right hand and left hand to the top of the mat. Standing split. Send your right leg up as high as you can. Fold over your left leg. Maybe left hand catches left ankle. Try to point those right toes. Squeeze your lower abs. Step your right foot behind your left. Ankles crossed, toes point forward. Walk hands to the left. Relax your head. Walk your hands back through center. Step your right foot back, spin your heel down. Inhale draws you up to a reverse triangle. Left rib away from the hip, left heel in line with right arch. Through center, setting up triangle pose. Hand to shin, foot, mat or block. Try to stack the shoulders. Right arm can reach up or extend it. Peel the right hip on top of the left. Draw the belly button towards the spine, core is engaged, protects your low back. Bring your right hand to your right hip, little bend left knee, bump it forward, half or full moon. Right leg lift, flex your foot, stay here or bend the right knee, reach back, grab your foot from the outside, spine towards your heart. Again, you're trying to keep your right knee in line with your hip. One more breath. Release the foot if you've got it. Take a step back. Spin to a star pose. Left toes in, arms up. Bind your hands behind your back. Take another inhale. And then exhale, wide-legged fold with a bind. Now once you come down, you can choose to keep this grip. You could grab your feet or ankles. If you'd like to take it up to a headstand and can get there safely, go for it. Make sure you're squeezing the thigh muscles to protect the knee joint. And release your hands to the mat if they're not already. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk towards the front of your mat. pyramid pose. Shorter stance, right toes out, 45. Little bend left knee if you need it, right leg stays straight. Think of a little twist over the left thigh, try to align yourself. It's a constant drive of that right hip forward and left hip back. And then we'll bring right hand down, in or outside the foot, reach your left arm up. Revolve triangle, hips go a little right, spiral chest to the left. Keep pressing the ball of the left foot down. 3, 2, bump your right hand forward, lift your right leg up behind you, revolve half moon. Right foot flex, toes point down, stay here, or bend the right knee, reach your left hand back for the inside of the foot. So full moon is similar to that side plank variation we did, catching the foot, and then this one's kind of similar to that tiger pose we did. If you want, you can come up, right arm will reach forward for revolve dancer. Awkward grip, 3. I like a bend in the left knee, 2. 1, release, feet together and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exit of your choice. Step back, jump back, chaturanga, handstand, knees up or down. Lots of options, but we'll always meet back in that down dog. All right, we've done a lot of poses, a lot of work. Nice and simple, pigeon pose. Slide your right knee behind your right wrist. Walk your left leg back, make sure the toes point back. Take a moment, try to square off the hips, and then come down to the forearms, or even stack your palms, make a pillow for your forehead. And if you notice you're really rolling onto the right side here, you could even walk your hands or elbows a little bit over to the left. You'll notice that can help evenly distribute the weight for you. Find some stillness, some softness, a little bit of relaxation. Few more breaths here. Last big breath. Slowly walk those hands under the shoulders. Tuck your left toes, step back, down dog. Pedal out the legs if you need, and we're just gonna take it to the other side. Again, nothing fancy. Slide your left knee behind your left wrist, pigeon pose. Right leg back, make sure the top of the foot is down and you're not sickling the foot in or out. Then come down, forearms, palms, and if you'd like more sensation or to even out the weight here, you could walk the hands or forearms over to the right a bit. Drop into stillness as quickly as you can. So the more you resist or refrain from the pose, you're fighting it, you're not getting the full benefit, the relaxation. Allow your body, your muscles to give in to the sensation. One more breath. Slowly start to walk your hands back towards you. This time just roll onto your left hip, swing your right leg around. We're gonna move the hips a little forward and meet all the way down onto our backs. Well deserved. It was a challenge. Hope you guys felt so too. I definitely did. All right, we're gonna do 2 back bends only. Arms by the side to start. Scoop the tailbone, lift hips up, bridge pose. Firm your glutes, you know the drill. If you wanna bind your hands or put a block underneath your tailbone, go for it. Gaze stays up, try not to turn the head. And slowly release, hips all the way down. If you'd like, windshield wiper the knees side to side, 1 time. Bring those knees back through center, back bend number 2, bridge or upward bow if you'd like it. If you want upward bow, you'll plant your hands beside your head, make sure the fingers are pointing towards the feet. First, lift your hips up like bridge. And if you've got the upper body strength, go ahead and press into your hands. Lift your head, chest, torso up off the mat. Make sure your toes point forward or even a little in, but definitely not out. Hip points to the sky, pressing your chest towards whatever is behind you, so the wall. Try to press your chest through your arms. Relax the back of your neck for 3. 2. Little tuck of your chin. Slowly come all the way down. Once you're there, hug both knees into your chest. Send your legs up. Waterfall, shoulder stand with hands or block. Back of the skull, press it down, little squeeze through your inner thighs, looking up at your toes. Stay here, or let your legs fall overhead for plow, toes tucked or untucked. Maybe hands to the mat or bind your hands. Try to lift the hips over the shoulders. A lot of rounding here, so make sure it feels okay in your neck, your cervical spine. If you'd like more, bend the knees, ear pressure pose. Hug your knees towards your ears or temples. When you're ready, slowly start to make your way all the way down. You'll land with your feet on your fingertips, forearms on the mat. Extend your legs, toes point. Lift your chest, drop your head back for fish pose. Take a lion's breath, big breath in. Tongue out. 1 more. Little tuck of your chin as you bring yourself all the way down. If you want to end with a little twist or a happy baby, any other final posture you'd like, now's a wonderful opportunity to go there. And when you're ready, find a final resting posture of your choice. Sprawl yourself onto your mat. Make any adjustments you need to feel more comfortable. If it feels good, 1 hand to heart, 1 hand to belly. Allow the pressure of the mat to soften your muscles. Relax the shoulders, jaw. Release any contraction in your abdomen or inner thighs. Even relax your toes. Spend a few breaths in Shavasana together. And if you have the time, I always encourage you for longer. Take rest. Bring some gentle awareness back to your body. Allow some movement to the fingers, the toes, and maybe the wrists and the ankles. When you're ready, big stretch, arms overhead, point your toes. Find some length, feel the space, the awareness you've created, and then hug both knees into your chest. Roll to one side, fetal pose. Make a conscious decision of how you want to fill the space you've created, how you want to step into the rest of your day or your evening, maybe your week. Gradually make your way to any comfortable seats. Relax your shoulders down your spine and allow your hands to find heart center. Press your thumbs into your sternum. Take a breath. Let it go. Bow your head towards your heart. Thank you for sharing your energy and your practice and for allowing me to be your guide. Namaste. Thank you for choosing to practice with me today. I so appreciate your presence. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button on my channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you more frequently. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.